Before moving here to Berea, Kentucky, most people are usually Googling things such as, is Berea, Kentucky a good place to live? What's there to do in Berea, Kentucky? And is Berea, Kentucky a good place to retire? So today I'm answering the 10 most common questions that I hear from people thinking about making the move to Berea. My name is Devin Todd Asville, and I'm a lifelong Berean who is a realtor for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Foster Realtors. I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell here in Berea and surrounding areas. And these are the exact questions that come up on almost every relocation call that I have. If you're thinking about moving here and want to walk through and talk about your specific situation, you can reach out at absolutely any time. Question number one, is Berea a good place to live? The short answer is it is, but it really honestly depends on what kind of lifestyle you're looking to live. Berea is not a big city. You're not going to have endless shopping malls, something to do every single night of the week, a big nightlife scene, or anything like that. But what you can get is a very strong sense of community, beautiful scenery, easy access to outdoor recreation, and a place where people genuinely care about their neighbors. I've lived here my entire life, and one of my favorite things about this town is just walking into a local restaurant, going to a community event, or going even into a local business and running into someone that I know. For the right person, that's exactly why they want to live here. Question number two, is Berea a good place to retire? Short answer, absolutely. And it's actually one big reason that a lot of people are relocating here. I work with a lot of buyers that are looking to downsize, simplify their lives, or maybe they're just looking to make their retirement dollars stretch a lot further than where they would somewhere else. Because compared to most areas in the country, your money can often go a lot farther here. You've got beautiful scenery, outdoor activities, a charming small town atmosphere, nearby healthcare options, and you're only about 40 minutes from Lexington if you want access to larger city amenities. I've had many people tell me that they love that they can enjoy a quiet morning at home but still be in Lexington for shopping, appointments, or entertainment within less than an hour. For the right person, Berea can really be an incredible place to spend the next chapter of their life. Question number three, what is there to do in Berea, Kentucky? Short answer, a lot more than you would think. Berea is known as the folk arts and crafts capital of Kentucky. Between our local shops and art galleries, hiking at the pinnacles, local festivals, concerts, farmers markets, and events throughout the year, there's literally always something happening. One thing that surprises a lot of my relocation clients is just how active and involved our community is. I actually have a community calendar on my website at toddky.com/events, where you can see any and all events happening in Berea or Richmond. Once you're here, you can stop worrying about what there is to do. Question number four, are homes expensive in Berea, Kentucky? Short answer, compared to many places around the country, no, it's really not. I speak with people relocating from some of the higher cost areas all the time, and they're often shocked by how much house, land, and privacy that they can get with their money here. To give you an example, in 2025, the median sold price in Berea was about $275,000, and that's excluding new construction homes. Have prices gone up over the past several years? Yes, just like they have across everywhere else in the country. But compared to a lot of other markets, Berea can still hold an incredible amount of value. And that's one of the biggest reasons that people have been and still are moving here. Question five, what's the job market like in Berea, Kentucky? Short answer, it really just depends on what you do. Berea has some great local employers, but many residents can also commute to Richmond and Lexington or other nearby communities for work. Because this is such a common question, I actually created a local job postings page on my website at toddky.com/local-jobs, where I regularly update employment opportunities here in Berea as well as surrounding areas. That's something that you should always talk to your agent about before making the relocation move to somewhere else. Question six, how far is Berea, Kentucky to Lexington? Short answer, close enough to enjoy the amenities, but far enough away to enjoy a quieter lifestyle. Lexington is roughly 40 minutes depending on the traffic, which means that you have access to a larger airport, major shopping, specialized healthcare, entertainment, and everything that there is to enjoy about a bigger city. And a lot of people enjoy the fact that they can take advantage of everything in Lexington, but then come home to the slower pace with less traffic and that big community vibe that Berea has. And the balance is why so many people choose this area. Question number seven, what are the schools like in Berea, Kentucky? Short answer, it depends on what matters most to you and your family. Every family has different priorities, whether that's academics, athletics, extracurricular activities, class sizes, or even specialized programs. One thing that makes Berea unique is Berea Community Schools, which is a little bit different than your average school system, and has a really long history of serving the community in a really unique way. But then you have your high school students who have opportunities like the Ignite Academy South Campus. They focus more so on career and technical education, allow students to explore hands-on learning pathways for a new career. I always encourage families to do their own research and determine which school environment best fits their child's needs. But that's a conversation that we have very early in the relocation process. Question number 8. Does Berea, Kentucky have enough shopping and restaurants? Short answer, yes and no. Yes, here in Berea, we have our grocery stores, our everyday essentials, coffee shops, and plenty of local restaurants. Now, if you're expecting every major chain, large shopping centers, or big box retailers right here around the corner, you may be taking a short drive to Richmond or maybe even Lexington. But honestly, one of my favorite parts about Berea is our locally owned food scene. I've actually created a full guide to restaurants and local places to eat at toddky.com/Berea-eats. And it's actually a really great resource to anyone looking to relocate or just exploring the area. It's there, you just have to know where to look. Question number 9. What are the biggest downsides to living in Berea, Kentucky? Short answer, small town living isn't for everyone. The biggest complaints that I hear usually come down to fewer entertainment options, fewer major retailers, and less nightlife compared to a larger city. But the funny thing is that those exact things are what many people moving here are looking for. Less traffic, a slower pace of life, and a stronger sense of community. It's all about whether Berea does or doesn't fit that lifestyle. And question number 10, is right now a good time to relocate to Berea, Kentucky? Short answer, it depends on your situation. Trying to perfectly time the housing market is impossible. Trust me, I've tried. The better question is, does a move right now make sense for your goals, your finances, and your lifestyle? That's why I always tell people to have the conversation before they ever start scrolling homes online because the best decision you can make is the one that works for you. That's exactly why we cover this before we ever start considering looking at homes. Those are the 10 questions I hear before almost every relocation move here to Berea. None of these things should stop you from making the move, but they are things that you should know before packing up and moving here. If you're considering moving to Berea, Kentucky, I would love to be a resource for you. My contact information is listed below, and you can reach me at just about any time for weekly market updates, local news headlines, and the rundown on events going on in our community, as well as property tours of homes for sale here in Berea. Make sure you all subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all next time.